bomb shelter on Adams Abbey by the courthouse. You can't be the only one who remembers that. And they're talking about a bomb attacking Hawaii. I mean, goodness gracious. Crazy time to live. But I think that bomb shelter was taken down in the 1970s, if I'm not mistaken. The 1970s were an interesting time in the church, right after the Vatican Council. And a lot of new music was introduced, most of which was meant to be played on a guitar versus the organ or piano, which that was sort of an era, maybe 10, 15 years, where the guitar became very popular. Most of us are old enough to remember. The most popular song of that era on the guitar, without question, was a song called Here I Am, Lord. Here I am, Lord, is it I? Said to be more popular than, like, To Jesus Christ, Our Sovereign King. There are a lot of other guitar songs, but that one is still in the book today. And why was that song so popular? It's taken right from today's first reading. Here I am, Lord, 24/7, 365, I'm available. Why is that? Was that? And it's still very popular. Was it because that's the attitude most of us have? Here I am, Lord, you just call me and I will do it. Whatever the church needs, I'm there. Or was it because we know that we don't do that? We wish we were like that. Whatever you want, God, sign me up. But we know we don't. We fail. And I'm not sure which it is, but how many of us, like Samuel in the reading, do say, Lord, whatever you want, here I am? Some of you do and some of you don't. There are people who have honestly told me that, like, if they know I'm looking for a chairperson for the block party, and they're down the giant market and they see me coming down the aisle in the bread aisle, they run right over to the produce aisle, get away from Edwards because he's looking for something, you know? And people have told me that they do that, because they know I'm looking for a CCD teacher, or I'm looking for someone to do this, I'm looking for someone to do that, and they just don't think they, like, I can't be a Eucharistic minister. I'm not worthy. So the answer is no. I get that a lot. It's okay. Nothing wrong with saying no. If you don't think you can, no one's worthy to give out communion, including myself. But you get no's. But you know who says no the most? Probably me. I don't always say, Lord, whatever you want, here I am. No, I don't do that. I wish I could say I do that, but I can't. On average, and Gerard can probably, here's Gerard filming this little talk, 2 or 3 times a week I'll get a phone call to do something. Father, can you do my, maybe I taught the kid up in Carbon, can you do my wedding? Of course the girl's all excited, it's her wedding, she should be excited. And I'm like, because if I say yes to her for next July or July 2019, whatever, then when one of our girls here in this parish calls up, I can't say yes to her for the same day. Can't be 2 places at one time. So most of the time I say no. And I feel badly. I don't like saying no, but I say no too. Had a call to do a funeral this week at another church. Well, if I say yes to that funeral, and somebody from this parish dies, we do, 4 or 5 funerals a week, then I can't do your funeral. And I feel heartbroken because I get paid to serve you, not somebody else, an old friend from 20 years ago. So a lot of times I say no. And I hear that reading about just say yes. Whatever you want, Lord, and I have to confess, I don't always do that. I say no a lot of times, and you say no sometimes, and and if you feel like you're not equal to the guy in the Bible that we heard today, don't feel too bad. Don't feel too badly at all. Because God said to Moses, he said, you're going to want to go and tell Pharaoh to let my people be free. We're going to be freed from slavery. The first thing Moses says, well, I'm not going to do that. Get my brother Aaron. He's a better speaker than me. He took speech in high school. Go get him. Moses didn't say yes right away. And when the angel came to Mary and said, Mary, you're going to be the mother of the son. The first thing she said was, that's not possible. I can't be pregnant. She said no at first. Isn't it funny when you look at the bigger picture, you get a little different approach. Sometimes we say yes, and sometimes we say no. Sometimes in the Bible they said yes, and sometimes they said no. Ain't that funny? Bottom line, if you listen to the words of that song, the famous song, it says, I will go, Lord, if you lead me. If you lead me. I would like to think that every day, every one of us wakes up and says, Lord, what do you, not Father Edwards, not the bishop, not the church, what do you, where do you want me to be, Lord? For most of us in our homes, raising our kids, doing the best you can, bringing the money to put the food on the table. What vocation are you calling me to? What things are you calling me to do? If you learn to commit your life to the Lord, to seek what He wants for you, you will always be happy. Always be happy if you're doing what is His will for your life. Not what Father Edwards wants or somebody else. What does God want you to do? Where does God want you to be? And for most of you, that's right in your own homes. And you are saying yes in ways you don't realize. And I probably don't realize. When you commit your life to the Lord, then you will have happiness. It's finding out what God wants that it's all about. Let us stand, my friends, and we'll profess our faith in Almighty God.